Looking for cool toys like the ones seen in this review? You can shop thousands of action figures, statues, busts, replicas, costumes, graphic novels, and much more at Big Bad Toy Store. Just click the link in the description below this video. And for a full gallery of images of the toy in this video, visit www.toynewseye.com. Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the G.I. Joe Retaliation Wave 3.5 Ultimate Cobra Commander. That's right, Wave 3.5 is giving G.I. Joe fans some pretty awesome action figures, many of which have been dubbed ultimate versions of a lot of these characters. So we're going to go ahead and kick things off with a look at Cobra Commander. Now, as you can see, Cobra Commander here comes in that same style G.I. Joe Retaliation packaging we've seen for all the figures from this movie line. It features the rock version of Roadblock up at the top and the movie version of Snake Eyes, along with the G.I. Joe Retaliation logo. It's probably one of the most boring versions of G.I. Joe packaging we've ever seen, but don't let that fool you, because the figure inside is much better than the packaging that houses it. Now, the back of that box just gives you a brief description on Cobra Commander and shows off some of the different ways you can pose the figure with his included accessories. So, let's go ahead and open up this figure and take a look at him outside of that packaging. Cobra Commander here is really great because this particular version of the figure is going to allow you to display the character in many of his well-known looks. He comes with two included heads, which is going to allow you to display him with either the helmeted look or the hooded look. The heads are swappable via a ball joint, and they clip on nice and tight, and they're very easy to interchange with one another. And both heads are very nicely sculpted. Specifically, I'm very happy about that helmeted head. That's always been my preferred look for Cobra Commander, and I'll say that it was beautifully captured in this particular figure. First of all, the helmet piece is vac metallized, so that mask that he's wearing over his face is a very shiny reflective silver. And on top of that dome sits his normal blue helmet, which is removable from that vac metallized head. Now, the hooded Cobra Commander head is also very nicely sculpted. It's got a great look to it where the hood looks like it's laying very naturally over his face. You can see his eyes poking out beneath the eye holes there. Very nicely sculpted. Features the Cobra logo right there on the forehead. Another great thing about these new heads is they are really well proportionate compared to the rest of his body. In fact, his whole body is nice and proportional compared to some of the versions of Cobra Commander we've seen in the past. I loved the 25th anniversary Cobra Commander when we got it, but the head was a little small on that one, and this one really rectifies that particular problem. The rest of the figure sculpting looks really great as well. He features that classic Cobra Commander outfit with the red Cobra logo right there on his left breast. Great painted details on his belt. You can see there's some great little work there with the little pouches and everything going all the way around. He even has a little knife holster strapped to his leg. Now, not only is the sculpting nice on this figure, but he also features a great range of articulation that is perfect for a G.I. Joe action figure. That head is ball jointed, of course, so that means he can rotate the head left and right and slightly up and down. He's got little ball joints at the shoulders there, so the arms can move all the way up and all the way around. Swivels above the elbow as well as the elbow joint. He's got swivels at the wrist, which is at the glove cut there. He's got a nice rocker joint in the body, so the torso can rock around, twist left and right. He's got the little G.I. Joe type hinge joints at the thighs there, so the legs can move outwards, forwards, and backwards. He's got great double joints at the knees, a nice standard joint at the ankle, as well as rocker joints at the ankles. So you should be able to get some great poses out of this little figure. Now, not only does he have a really nice sculpt and a good paint job plus those two interchangeable heads, but he comes with a whole bunch of other accessories in addition to that. First of all, he's got a figure stand, and I can't tell you how excited I am to see a G.I. Joe figure coming with a figure stand, because in my opinion, this should be a normal thing for all Joe figures. It's just a standard dog tag looking black figure stand. There's no extra detail or anything like that, and it just has one foot peg, but it works great, and it's a figure stand for a G.I. Joe figure. I love it. In addition to that, he does include a small knife, which admittedly is a little too small to fit in his hands. His right hand is sculpted more for his gun accessory, which we're going to look at in just a minute, and his left hand is sculpted wide open with kind of a finger clenching pose. So the knife doesn't fit very good in his hands, but there is a little holster right there at his left side that you can put the knife in if that's where you wish to put it. It works very well there, but again, you can fit the knife in his hand, you just got to find the right way to rest it. Now, much more perfect for that right hand with the trigger finger is his included gun, which looks just like that classic laser pistol style gun we've seen Cobra Commander carrying around. His last accessory is a bit more gimmicky. He includes a little Fang backpack helicopter, and it looks really nice, I will say that. It's got a great sculpt on there, and there's quite a bit of detail on there that's painted on. You can see the little missiles on the back are red, the engine parts are silver, it's got the little Fang tag printed on there, so the overall look of this thing is very nice. But, again, it's a bit gimmicky. It's got straps so you can fit it over his shoulders, and then you can plug it nicely into his back, but it's very top heavy. In fact, even though he's got a figure stand, you're going to have a hard time balancing Cobra Commander with this thing on his back. It's definitely more meant for play than it is for display. There's also a large button sticking out the left-hand side there, and when you press it in, he's kind of got like this little click motion that makes the propeller flip around one time, but it doesn't really work all that good. I mean, you can't really crank it up and make the propeller spin fast or anything. Every push of that button makes the propeller spin one rotation, so it's not even really that fun of a gimmick. Now, there are also two included little bombs, which are really cool looking. They're translucent blue, and they got a little hazard logo on them, and you actually can open a hatch on the back of that little backpack there, and you can store the little bombs in there, and that way you can flip that little hatch open and drop the bombs out if you want to. Alright guys, it's comparison time. Just for fun, let's take a look at this brand new Cobra Commander figure standing alongside a few of the past releases, just to give you an idea in the difference in sculpting and scale between all of these figures. So there you go guys, there's a look at the brand new Ultimate Cobra Commander action figure. I really do love this figure. There's a lot of really great things included with them and a lot of really cool accessories. Though the Fang backpack is a bit of a miss and it's a bit gimmicky, it's not really a big deal because it certainly doesn't take away from anything else that's included here. I mean, he has tons of great accessories including interchangeable heads, which is going to be perfect for fans of the classic G.I. Joe cartoon series and the classic comic books. That way they can pose Cobra Commander with their desired look. He really is an ultimate version of this character in action figure form, in my opinion. He's certainly the favorite version of Cobra Commander I have personally ever had. Ultimate Cobra Commander is showing up on store shelves right now and is available online at places like BigBadToyStore.com. So happy hunting, and until next time.